western sky. No, California.
So this is the first apartment that I went to with my parents 2 weeks ago. This location was really good. It was next to the LAX airport, and the sound of airplanes weren't that distracting. All the amenities were pretty nice, and we had the gym included, but the downside is I'll be living with 2 other housemates. So this is the one thing that strayed me away from the first housing tour that I've done, and it's living with other people. I want my own space. So this was the second housing tour that I did the next day after my parents left. This one was really nice. It's a little bit too spacious for me, and the price was a little hefty. It was $1,600, and the parking space around the neighborhood was not that great. You only get the front parking and then the neighborhood parking, which was very sus. But yet again, the amenities were pretty nice, and I like the whole space, but I don't think the price justify as well as the neighborhood. So I went on to the third house, which was in a very nice neighborhood. It's next to a school, a lot of parking space, and it's out on the main street. So going home at night, I don't think I'll be worried about walking back to my apartment. The only downside of this place was the space. It was $1,300, but you're just living in the kitchen basically, which I don't mind, but the space was way too little. For this fourth house, when you enter, it is nice and spaced out. You have the kitchen and the bedding area in the back, as well as the restroom. The neighborhood parking was really nice, but the only downside is this unit did not come with any appliances, no fridge, no stove. $1,300, and this was the best one I've gotten so far because I didn't mind using an electric stove as well as buying like a mini fridge or a freezer for that reason. But I kind of was on the edge on this one of applying, but it was still pretty early on, so they were looking for tenants that wanted to move right away, so there was more option for me later down the line. So I thought I'd sit on this one and then continue looking for other apartments. Moving on to the fifth house. This was an apartment that I clearly did not want at all. It looked really good on the posting until I came in person, saw the neighborhood. It was horrible. There's trash everywhere. I can't show the trash because I forgot to film it. But the neighborhood itself was really loud and the floor was creaking. One thing that caught my attention was the space. You have your own kitchen in a small room, as well as this huge space, and it's very, very lit up with natural lighting. So that was one of the biggest things about this apartment, but location-wise and just the neighborhood, I deterred from this one right away. So I did not go with it. I did not go with it. Yeah, moving on to the sixth house. Are we on 6 or 7? This was a group tour of 3 apartments. The first one was the best one. It was $1,400 and it has supernatural lighting. It has in-unit laundry and beautiful kitchen. This was the golden, I would say the golden apartment for me. It matched the budget, it matched the neighborhood, it matched everything. But the only downside is it was competitive. That was 1 out of 3 for the group tour. And the second one, I did not even think about. Like, I did not want it at all. It was 1600. It had everything, the appliances, the kitchen. It just does not have that great of a natural lighting. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. And moving on to the third one, which was pretty spooky because it was kind of underground, first floor. It was not much natural lighting unless you're in the kitchen, but it was very spacious. It has two closets basically, own kitchen area and a bathroom. This was actually pretty nice for its price. It was 1200 in total. The only downside, it was just not, it didn't get that much sun, but it has its own little walkway entry. It was pretty decent, and the laundry area was separated, but it was close enough to it. And I thought this was the second best one out of that whole apartment. I wouldn't mind actually having this place. So this next one was the closest one to my work. It was like 5 minutes away. Location wise, it was really good. The equal distance between LA and Orange County. Neighborhood parking, it was pretty bad. I think the space that you get is not that great in terms of what you're paying for, which was 1400 for these. It was a group tour again, but it was only 2 people, and we looked at 2 different apartments, which was kind of the same. The appliances were pretty new, the kitchen was pretty snug, but space-wise, not it. So the very last one was a set of 3 tours, and all of them were pretty bad. I did not like this at all. I pulled up at the apartment in Koreatown, and I was like, the neighborhood is just not it. And it felt really, really humid in there. So the atmosphere and the overall vibe of the place was not it. But I ended up touring all 3 anyways, and did not like any single one of them. So out of all the houses that I toured and all the apartments that I've accumulated all the footage for, I think the best one was the group tour with the 3 apartments with the brick wall thing. So I applied to that first one that I said I did, and I applied to the third one. Let's see what I get. But that is everything that I have so far. Let's see what I come out with. It's been 5 days since I sent the application for those 2 houses, and I got 1 back. And it was the 3rd house in that group tour. The one with the beautiful kitchen, large living space, and the nice little brickway, the walkway. It's time to move on to the next chapter in my life, grab everything here, and start the move.